Howdy ho there, neighbors on YouTube. Hope everybody is doing well. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of The Lyme Guy. So today I'm going to talk to you about preparation for the Cowden Support Program. If this is something that you are considering doing, this is the episode for you. So please stay tuned. Again, as always, I will try to be fairly brief, give you as much information as possible, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. So going into this program, I did a lot of research on it, could not find a whole lot of data from people who had actually done this program and gotten feedback. There are a couple other YouTube videos from folks, but nothing very comprehensive to describe how you're feeling early on, in middle stage, or late stage. Nothing out there. The internet doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. If you're researching this program, that's probably what you found as well, unless in the interim of the last few months, somebody's just decided to do a whole bunch of stuff. So that's the point of these videos. So number one, when you're considering this program, is to educate your family, educate your friends, educate your work folks if you work. Make sure people know what's going on. Most people have no idea about Lyme and post-treatment Lyme syndrome, or chronic Lyme as it's called. They don't understand how it can really impact people. So even really close friends of mine who have seen me going through this for the last 10 years, still are like, oh, what's going on? I don't understand. What are you doing? You're not feeling it. All that nonsense. And it gets frustrating because you're just kind of feeling not well, and you just, want people to get it, but they don't, and they won't, and that's just how it's going to be. So do your best you can to educate them on it. Depending on how you feel now, and depending on how severe your symptoms are, and depending on what your symptoms are, you may be out of work for the first couple of months. For me, the first 1 to 3 months, I really did not work very much. I attempted to, and would go in for a few days, and it just didn't work out. So I work in a fairly sedentary environment as a hospital administrator, and I have to do a lot of things on a computer and coordinate with a lot of people and manage people and that kind of thing, and do budgets and numbers and all that. So that's really tough, and you just don't feel good if you have chronic Lyme or post-treatment Lyme. Then you know what I mean when I say you just don't feel good, like your body just doesn't feel good. In addition to that kind of just not feeling good, there's, for me, lethargy, just kind of always feeling tired and not really having the energy to do stuff. For me, there's an anxiety component. I've had headaches for about the last 8 years continuously that's never gone away, get intermittent migraines, have joint aches, which seem to flare up sometimes with a pretty substantial fever, like 104 fever randomly every month or two or so. That pops up here and there, and just feels like you have the flu, and then it goes away, and it's just a Lyme flare. So if you have those types of issues, this program is going to exacerbate that most likely for the first couple of months. It's going to, from what my understanding is, reading about this program, you have all these spirochetes embedded in you that are hiding. They're very good at encapsulating themselves, and they're hiding at the distal ends of your capillaries and things like that in tissue where your white blood cells essentially can't get to them. So this program is going to flush that all into your system and cause a massive Lyme flare that kind of goes on for a while. And I don't know for you how long it's going to be, or if it's going to happen at all. But for me, it was, 2.5 months or so. So you may not be able to work. So in preparation for that, look into your company policy for FMLA, if people can donate leave to you, that kind of thing. You're going to probably need that, or look into some other kind of financial support, which goes back to making sure your friends, family, and all that know what's going on with you and why you're doing this, and that you're not just kind of staying home or whatever. When you start the program, it says on the literature for the program that you need to sleep. And you need to sleep. Like, you really should be going to bed early. If you're having to get up at 6 or something, 5 in the morning, then you need to be going to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. You need to get a solid 8 hours of sleep. Um, I'm not saying that I always subscribe to that. I tend to be a night owl, and that was a huge adjustment for me. But sleeping really does seem to help you get better. It does also seem to make you not feel good. So, my take on it is not feeling good while you're taking this program early on means that it's working. If you're feeling good and taking this program, it means you're doing something wrong. It's not helping. You should be flushing this stuff out of your system and making you not feel good, essentially. The literature on the program also says to drink water. For me, that's not an issue. I drink like gallons of water a day. I'm always drinking water. But you need to drink water. If you're not used to drinking water, get yourself like one of those insulated, uh, you know, Yeti type things. You can get them at Walmart for like $12 or $13. It holds 32 ounces of water, and take that thing with you. Carry it around. Get yourself like a hydro flask type thing or an Nalgene bottle and just drink water. You got to drink water. I pretty much have like a water bottle near me all the time. I'm drinking water. That really helps. You should be peeing pretty clear most of the time. One thing that I really wish that I had done in conjunction with this program, but unfortunately didn't know about the program until afterwards, was diet. So, I have a couple of little kids, and over the years I had put on some pounds, and I wanted to lose it, so I lost like 30 pounds, and then I did this program. This program is an awesome opportunity just to start a diet. You have to eat fairly clean on this program, so really minimal sugar. If you have any food allergies, like to milk or gluten or soy or anything else that's going to cause your body to react, then you need to avoid those things anyway. So this is a really good opportunity not only to do this program, but to start eating more healthily and finding a diet that works for you. For me, I simply use Weight Watchers. There's an app that they provide on your phone, and you just kind of track what you eat, and it counts as points for the day, and very simple to use. I found it very easy. I never found that I was hungry. A lot of the times I was eating stuff that they consider to be free. So if you're eating like eggs or chicken breast or vegetables or fruit, all that stuff is 100% free. You can eat as much of that as you want. 100% non-fat Greek yogurt, that stuff's great. Turns out it tastes just like sour cream when you put it on like taco stuff. So you can make, tacos with a turkey meat and have a pretty healthy taco salad with a whole bunch of Greek yogurt on it, which does actually just taste like sour cream when you mix it in with all other stuff. It's great. So diet would be a great time. It's a good opportunity if you're going to be trying to treat yourself for a ongoing disease that you've had, and then you also need to lose a little bit of weight or feel like it's, you want to jump into that realm. This is a great time to do that. I wish that I had been able to combine the two. Unfortunately, I didn't, but looking back, this is a great time to do it. The program itself, obviously you've probably looked into it if you're considering it, but it's fairly expensive. It's $350 a month, which is, it's not nothing. It's a good chunk of money. In addition to that, there's a couple other products I've mentioned in other videos: the Amantia, the Avea, and the Ezov. Those three things are the other three ancillary products that I add on that do not come with the Nutramedix Cowden Support Program. So those three things are from Nutramedix, and they are an additional cost for me in addition to the Cowden Support Program itself. And those three things are things that I highly recommend for myself. They may help you as well, but those are the three things that I use and will continue to use because I've seen a huge benefit in them. So you need to count that into the program and its costs and financial impact on you. So those are the main things I would suggest knowing about going forward before you start the program or getting into the program. The final thing, and this is somewhat minor, but you need to find a way to carry the stuff with you. So you're traveling around, you're doing your thing. If you go visit family or friends or leave your house, you may need to take the tinctures with you because you're going to be taking them. If you're going out to see some friends or whatever, and you need to carry all these little glass vials with you everywhere you go, or make up little bottles of it to take beforehand. I didn't go that route just because I thought that would be cumbersome and mixing them is annoying. But the thing that I use to carry everything with me is this. It's called a tool roll. It's from Hill People Gear. And this is just something that I had because I have a backpack from this company. But it's really nice. It's fairly small, as you can see. It unrolls. Also can keep your medications kind of just rolled in there. In this pouch, the zippers, I keep plastic baggies full of the capsules that you'll take, so the serapeptase and the magnesium. And then you can keep all your vials that you're going to need in these different pouches. And there's enough room in here even to keep like your Avia, your Ezov, your Staying the Night somewhere, and your Amantia, and then everything else. I mean, it has enough room to stuff everything in there. And it just rolls right up. And if you happen to have a backpack from this company, they tend to have Velcro on the back, on the inside of the backpack, and you can smack that right in there. So I do have a backpack from this company that I carry around with me kind of everywhere to carry this stuff and other things that I take to help myself. So that kind of sticks right into the back of the backpack, and it makes it really, really easy. So I don't know how else I would carry this stuff around. I don't have any other options for you. I'm not trying to sell this thing to anybody, but it is available on the hillpeoplegear.com. I think it's Hill People Gear. I'll link it in the description, but Hill People Gear sells that thing. I think it's like $30 or something. So, well worth the investment. It's held up. Seems like it'll continue to hold up. So it's a good way to carry stuff around. It has a handle on it. So it's kind of like a little baggie you carry, like you would your toiletries or something. That's what I've got for you today. So, just in summary, make sure folks know what's happening with you, why you're doing this, how it may impact you. Work, prepare to maybe not be able to work. That may happen. Sleep, consider a diet. Figure out how you're planning on financing this. Make sure you can afford it. There's no point in doing a month or two and then quitting. That would just really not be worth it. And then consider also the additional things that you're going to need to add into the program, maybe from Nutramedix, that I do suggest using. For me, anyway. They may or may not help you. I don't know, but they did for me, and I'd recommend taking them. I'm going to continue taking them despite the increased cost. So, thanks again. Thanks a lot. If you like this video, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Check out my Patreon. No one's donated to me yet. That's fine. If you feel like it, I'll just use it to buy more of this stuff and hopefully keep posting you videos to see how things are going and check in with you. Thanks a lot. Hope you're having a great day. Lyme Guy out.